Hello everyone, welcome back to the SBRE. We're gonna do a recap of the 2013 romance fantasy movie, About Time. In today's video, we're going to follow a heart-touching story of a man who can travel back in time and change his life decisions. Make sure to watch the video till the end so you don't miss out on anything. Now just sit back, relax, and enjoy. The scene opens with our protagonist Tim introducing us to his family members. He lives with his lovely mom, thoughtful dad, well-dressed Uncle Desmond, and wonderful sister Kit Kat. The family lives a routine life, drinking tea on the beach, skipping stones, and watching movies on Fridays. One day, Tim's dad invites him up to tell him something serious. He says that all the men in their family have been able to travel back in time. They just need to go in a cupboard, clench their fists as hard as possible, and think about a time they want to go back in. Tim obviously doesn't believe his quackery and goes to try it himself. He goes inside a cupboard with his fists clenched and thinks about New Year's Eve. To his utter surprise, he's back at the time of New Year's Eve. He goes back to his dad and asks if mom knows about this, and dad says not a word. Tim decides to use the ability to get a girlfriend as he's always been desperate for love. In summer, Kit Kat's friend Charlotte comes to stay with them for 2 months. Tim is instantly attracted to Charlotte and decides to impress her. One day, Charlotte asks Tim to put some sunscreen on her back, but Tim messes it up. He immediately goes back in time and does everything calmly. On the last day of Charlotte's stay, Tim meets her and confesses his feelings for her. Charlotte says that she would have thought about it if he had asked her a little earlier. So Tim goes back in time and confesses his feelings to Charlotte in the first month of her stay. But this time, Charlotte says that she wants to see how the summer goes, then Tim can ask her again on the last night of her stay. Charlotte leaves on the last day and Tim learns that time travel cannot make someone fall in love with him. Now, Tim goes to London to start his career as a lawyer. He stays with a friend of his dad, Harry. Tim goes to his first day of work and meets his colleague Rory. 6 months pass and Tim is still single. One day, he and Rory visit a restaurant where everyone is served by blind people in the pitch dark. They sit next to 2 women. Tim starts talking to one of the women, Mary. The two immediately share a bond and decide to meet outside. Then Tim meets Mary outside and learns that she is the #1 fan of Kate Moss. After some chatting, he asks for her number. Mary gives her number and the scene ends there. Tim comes home and finds Harry very upset. Harry actually runs a play, and his play got completely ruined because one actor forgot his lines. Tim goes back in time and reminds the actor to revise his scripts. Now in the show, the actor nails his performance, but one more actor forgets his lines, so Tim has to help him too. The show finally ends well and Harry is really happy. After the show, Tim tries to contact Mary, but her number is not on his phone. Turns out, because he went back in time to fix the show, his interaction with Mary never happened. He remembers that Mary liked Kate Moss, so he goes to one of her exhibitions and waits for Mary to show up. She shows up one day and Tim goes to talk to her, but this time Mary thinks of him as a complete stranger and avoids him. Tim goes back and visits the same moment again and grabs Mary's attention by saying that he loves Kate Moss. But again, it turns out that Mary has gotten a new boyfriend recently. Tim asks them where the two met and probes the exact location and address of the party they met at. He then goes back in time to the party. He meets Mary before the other guy and impresses her. He goes to drop her off at home and the two like each other a lot. Inside Mary's home, Tim bumps into some issues and struggles with unhooking her bra. He visits the same moment again and does everything like a pro. The two get into a relationship and soon start living together. One day, Mary's conservative parents come to visit them and Tim messes everything up, but he goes back in time and fixes everything. Later, after one of Harry's shows, he sees Charlotte and goes to talk to her. He messes up real bad, so he visits the same moment again. He does everything perfectly, makes it to Charlotte's home. To his surprise, Charlotte asks him to come inside, but Tim remembers Mary and goes back to her. He asks Mary to marry him, and she says yes. The couple goes to meet Tim's family and Tim shares the good news with everyone. They marry each other and everything seems to go quite well. But after the wedding, the best man that Tim chose messes up their speech, so he time travels again and finally settles with his dad. Later, he regrets that he didn't say "I love you" to Tim in his speech, so he also goes back and corrects that. Soon after, Mary gives birth to a baby girl. They name her Posy, and Tim quickly developed a deep connection with her. On Posy's birthday, everyone gathers except Kit Kat. Tim learns through her boyfriend that they had an argument earlier, so Kit Kat left the party in a hurry. He goes back in time and picks her up himself safely. Tim learns from Kit Kat that being in a relationship with her boyfriend has ruined her life, so Tim decides to tell her about time travel and takes her to the time when she met the guy. He's able to fix everything and comes home to relax, but he is shocked to see that he has a boy instead of their daughter Posey. He talks to his dad about it and he tells him that he shouldn't go back in time past his daughter's birth because then the chromosomes would be selected again and his child would be completely different. Tim lets Kit Kat's accident happen and decides to never go back past Posey's birth. Instead, he makes Kit Kat understand that her current boyfriend is not good for her and she should find someone else. Then, Tim goes home and plays dearly with Posey. Soon, the couple decide to have another baby. One day, Tim receives a call from his mom and immediately goes to meet her. Turns out, his father is suffering from cancer, so he has only a few weeks left. Tim hugs his father for the last time and his father tells him another secret. The secret is the recipe for happiness. His father explains that he should live an ordinary life and not go back in time again. He should live each day as if he's experiencing it for the second time, and he should only notice the good things that happen. At his dad's funeral, Tim misses him and goes to meet him for the last time. He asks him what his final wish is, and his dad takes Tim to time travel with him. They go back to when Tim was a kid, and his dad plays with him for hours on the beach. They spend some incredibly memorable time together, and then come back to the present. In the end, everyone got back to their lives and started enjoying this emotional cycle we call life. That was it for today, guys. We hope you enjoyed the video. What are your thoughts about this movie? Would you watch it? Have a movie you want us to recap? Let us know in the comments below. And don't forget to leave a like and subscribe to our channel for more videos like this.